So once again, your activist, VeryDarkMan, has gotten himself in trouble again after leaking an audio of Bobrisky admitting to the fact that he allegedly paid the EFCC of Nigeria 15 million naira so that he would not spend time in jail. So somewhere in April, Bobrisky was arrested for the mutilation of the naira notes when a video of him spraying and then stamping on the naira notes got to the internet. It made so much waves that the EFCC of Nigeria decided to use him as a scapegoat by arresting him to alert others that, stamping, spraying, defacing, anything that you do to the naira notes is bad. So they use Bobrisky as an example to tell people that if you do it, you are going to be arrested. So he was sentenced to 6 months in prison. Now, just yesterday, VeryDarkMan released an audio whereby Bobrisky was on a call with a friend. And it was in this call that he was telling the friend that he had to pay the EFCC, some people at the EFCC, 50 million naira, and then also rent an apartment near the prison, and then go off social media so that people would think that Bobrisky is in prison. But we all saw him when he came out from prison. He was glowing. People were like, which prison did Bobrisky go that he's glowing like that? So allegedly he never went to prison. He was just like an under house arrest. Whilst we all were advocating that free Bobrisky, some even made it a joke that by the time Bobrisky will be released, he will have this beard, he'll be looking dark and stuff. Not knowing this guy was just enjoying somewhere. This audio proves that Bobrisky was enjoying somewhere. Now, this is not what has even gotten VeryDarkMan in trouble. Now, when Bobrisky was talking, according to him, he contacted, Falz, the bad guy. He's a lawyer. His dad is also a lawyer, the Falana and Falana chambers. So Falz, the bad guy, contacted him, Bobrisky, and then told him that he doesn't need to pay these EFCC officials and that they are going to get a plead bargain for him, whereby they are going to plead with the judge to either reduce the sentence to maybe a month, let him do a community service, or maybe pay a fine. But then Bobrisky refused and then went ahead and then paid the correction officers an amount of money, even though Falz has told him not to do it, and legal advice not to do it. So the reason why VeryDarkMan is in trouble at the moment is because when he was talking, whilst he was interpreting whatever the audio and stuff of Bobrisky, he claims that he has lost a respect for Falz and then his father if it turns out that they are involved in this case, and that he has lost 100% respect for them. Also, when he was talking, he was like, the reason why Falz was heavily involved in all these Bobrisky something was trying to get Bobrisky out, and even made Bobrisky rented a VIP section, an apartment near the prison, was because maybe Falz was allegedly involved in the LGBT community. Yes, we all know LGBT something. We all know Bobrisky is a cross-dresser, he's a transgender, he's part of the alphabetical sexual something. So according to VDM, the reason why Falz might be pushing for Bobrisky to be released, for him to to enjoy life whilst others who are in prison are suffering and stuff, is because maybe Falz is part of the LGBT community. Now, there's a song that he even sang that, he was saying we don't have the right to judge people on their sexuality and stuff. Now, this has gotten VeryDarkMan in trouble, and Falz has issued a press release giving him 24 hours to retract that statement and then apologize for it, because it's not true. It's not true that he's involved in all this stuff. It's not true that Bobrisky paid them 10 million naira to have his case vanish, poof, like out of the thin air, like it's never happened, so that he doesn't have any record of him being in prison. No, it's never true. And that VDM need to retract that statement, because this is a dent on their reputation. The Falana and Falana chambers, this is a dent on their reputation for VDM to involve them in such cases. And because this has gone viral, a lot of Nigerians are calling them out. Falana and Falana chambers are calling out Falz, the bad guy, and if they don't take care, they are going to be cancelled. because at the rate at which the country is right now, people just want to release their stress on people, and they tend to want to do it in the right way. So if Bobrisky was able to fool the whole nation, pay his way throughout, whilst people were advocating for him to be released, and he comes back and he's rubbing it in people's faces, like, there was a time where he even admitted that he never went to prison. But people didn't take it seriously, We all thought it was a joke till this audio came out. Now, Nigerians are under the comment section of Falz asking him, why is he not suing Bobrisky for mentioning his name? Why are you rather suing or demanding an apology from VeryDarkMan? What about the person that you are supposed to demand an apology from is Bobrisky? If you think this whole thing is not true, if you think Bobrisky mentioning your name is denting your reputation and stuff, why are you not telling Bobrisky to apologize to you in 24 hours? Meaning it's true, meaning whatever VeryDarkMan talked about, or the audio which Bobrisky is going around saying that is fake. Yes, Bobrisky is claiming that audio is fake, and that VeryDarkMan altered certain things, and then it is AI generated audio and a whole lot of things. Now, if you think that audio is fake, why are you not suing and then demanding an apology from Bobrisky? But rather you are demanding an apology and telling VeryDarkMan to retract his statements, meaning it's true. Or what do you think? Because I don't get it. Bobrisky was the first person to mention your name. VeryDarkMan only brought out that audio for people to listen and interpret it. The only mistake he did was calling Falz a homosexual person. That I think he needs to apologize. But then for you to sue him for bringing out that audio and stuff, it's true. It's kind of fishy. It's very, very fishy, because people thought that Falz the bad guy was actually fighting for the youth and stuff. But behind closed doors, it seems he's also allegedly a rotten nut, because taking money and then allowing a criminal to swerve his or her sentence is a crime. You are a lawyer. You need to know it's a crime, because a judge has sentenced somebody to 6 months in prison, and then he pays his way out, pays the correction officers. He claims his godfather is a correction officer. He pays his way out, pays the correction officer, and then rents an apartment near the prison. Now, lots of people are also asking that, who did James Brown visit in prison? Because when Bobrisky went to prison, we all know James Brown claims that he went to visit. People are asking, who did James Brown really visit in prison? Or was he in the known that Bobrisky had rented an apartment somewhere near the prison and was enjoying his life? So yes, VeryDarkMan is currently in trouble now. He's been asked to apologize and then retract his statements of whatever he said about Falz the bad guy and then the Falana and Falana chambers.